Joining us now, we welcome Brett Velicovich, former Army Special Ops Intel Analyst and Power Us founder. Brett, welcome back. I know you're a busy chap. You know, it's so funny. The president says that. He couldn't be clearer. I'm sure you heard the clip. The Wall Street Journal editorial page, will Trump fight to win? Iran can't emerge from the war with a veto on oil flows from the Persian Gulf. I don't know. You're the expert. We will. The president, the Joint Chiefs, CENTCOM is not going to let Iran take over the Strait of Hormuz. They're going to get around to it. They know how to do it. The Fifth Fleet is very experienced. I mean, why are people doubting it so much?
I don't know. Look, strength, not wishful thinking, must always back American strategy going forward. And when diplomacy fails, military strength becomes the only language that gets the Iranians' attention. And now it's clear the regime is scrambling. This is unprecedented chaos for the Islamic Republic. After the Ayatollah was killed, his death wasn't just a headline. It was a complete cultural shock to the regime. Iran's internal system is highly centralized around him. And so removing that node has created this uncertainty inside it and their proxy networks. Yet, even in all that, the Iranian regime is still trying to project strength, but reports that the new supreme leader is alive, yet possibly disfigured, tell you everything about where we stand. When a leader of a regime that thrives on projecting power suddenly disappears from public view and rumors start to swirl about injuries, it exposes vulnerability at the very top. And if Iran wants, frankly, to play chicken with the U.S. Navy in the Straits of Hormuz, that's a very short game. They threaten to close the strait every single time tensions rise, but actually doing it, as you know, would be economic suicide.
I mean, do you have any doubts that the United States will open? I mean, the Strait of Hormuz is partly open, partly closed, but they will clear out and make it open and let tankers flow through. Is there any doubt? I mean, can you imagine that Mr. Trump somehow ends the war and Iran is still blocking the Strait of Hormuz and the price of oil is still $100 or worse? I mean, is there any doubt as an intel guy, as a veteran? What do you think here? Is there doubt?
You know the military always plans for this. And when I did these operations, we planned for just about everything. And we've been looking at this for decades. And I think the bigger conversation, which is highlighted in that journal piece you mentioned, is that Iran continues to try and weaponize energy. The playbook with them is simple. We've known it. If they can't win militarily, they try and squeeze the global economy by threatening oil flows in the Gulf. And they think they can use drones to try and choke the world's artery, but our brave men and women won't let that happen. And this administration is calling the shots now. We're the ones applying the pressure instead of reacting to it. But even when under duress, they want to weaponize the energy supply, exactly why we can't let the current regime ever again toy with the idea of possessing nuclear weapons. And President Trump already made it clear. The United States is going to ensure free flow of commerce, and if necessary, the Navy's going to escort tankers. We owe that to the countries. And that's not unprecedented, by the way. America's done this before during operations in the 1980s when U.S. warships protected oil tankers from Iranian attacks. We've done this before. And the difference today is that Iran is using more modern asymmetric tools, which means the escorts could likely begin after U.S. forces suppress those threats. But in the end, we're going to do what's right for the global economy.
You know, Brett, the other part, I mean, first of all, amen, 100%. But the other part is, the president has said this here. Look, we can take over Karg Island. That's where all their exports are. That's the center of their refining and exports and commerce and money. So we might take that over. I mean, that's at the top of the Persian Gulf, more or less. So if we want it, we'll take it. They have no defense, this crowd. No, you know, articles in the Wall Street Journal, another one. There's alleged news articles, Brett. It's harder than we think. It's harder than because the Iranian Revolutionary Guard is tougher and they're hanging on, and it's all going to be harder than they think. I don't know if I should shed tears or what. I mean, it's just a matter of time right now. We're playing out the hand, aren't we?
I think they're badly miscalculating. If Iran thinks intimidation is going to work against the United States, they're just completely wrong. Let's be clear about something. They're a regime that only understands strength, not diplomacy seminars. We tried that. If the answer was writing them nice love letters and sending them roses to get them to stop exporting terrorism around the world, we would do that. It doesn't work in that region. And when America projects power, carrier groups, destroyers, air superiority, the Strait of Hormuz stays open. And when America hesitates, the Ayatollahs try and take control by sowing chaos. And we're done hesitating. We're done pretending we have these red lines that we don't act upon. And our strength is always going to come from staying one step ahead of our adversaries. And as long as we continue to do that here, they'll never again be able to toy with nuclear Armageddon.
You betcha. You betcha. Brett Velicovich, well said, sir. Well said. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
God bless.